Hey yo, what up is Don?
Sammy here.
We are the Soul Brothers, what up? Versus video. Couple of runners slash casual shoes.
As you guys know, if you guys saw the most comfortable shoe out 2018 or 2017 or whatever, this was at the top of my list, for my list, which is of course is my opinion. Most comfortable shoe, and of course this shoe comes along. And a lot of you guys were asking, they also are the same price. I think the Vapor Street was 180 bucks and the Zoom Pegasus Turbo also is 180 bucks. So same price.
Too damn high.
Yeah, that is pretty expensive. So of course you have, it's actually really different. The Vapor Street uses React and a very thick slab of it. And this shoe, the Pegasus Turbo, uses Zoom X, which is kind of their new cushion, I would say. What came out first? Didn't Zoom X come out first?
Ooh.
I feel like Zoom X came out first, right?
Yeah, you know, it may have in that like 4% runner thing or whatever.
But
it
like,
may have came
it was
out
very
first.
limited at first.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't remember, but you know, there's that. And they're pretty different cushions, and they're both super light, very comfortable, and the materials also are like pretty different. You know, Flyknit versus this fly mesh, like plasticky kind of material. So yeah, let's get it started right off with the Tracciones. I would say they're both good. I mean, they're both grippy. Durability seems to be pretty good in both. I mean...
Yeah, they both have a little bit of the foam exposed.
Yeah.
With like little slabs of rubber in the higher wear areas. You know, they're trying to keep weight down.
Exactly.
Makes sense.
Yeah, there's absolutely no like rubber in the middle for both of the shoes. The only difference is that there's a perimeter of rubber in the Zoom Pegasus Turbo. But I mean, yeah, the Vapor Street, the rubber covers the entire forefoot.
Yeah.
Which is dope.
Yeah.
The heel is a little bit worse. There's only like two little like
pods.
Yeah, two little things.
Sections.
Yeah, little sections of rubber in the heel. The Pegasus Turbo, it covers like basically the entire heel. So I guess in the heel it would be a little bit better. And this is all foam right here.
Yeah, this is all foam in the very, very heel if you're a heel strike runner.
Yeah, but React is actually a lot more durable than Zoom X, especially against pavement. That's what I read. So they actually put a thin slab of React underneath the Zoom Pegasus Turbo, and that's what makes it a little bit better and more durable. But what do you think will be more durable?
God,
I mean, I maybe give it a tie,
yeah.
But like in the heel, I feel like the Zoom or the Vapor Street is not going to be as good. But
there's definitely a little more protection surface area in the Pegasus.
Yes, definitely. But I mean, I've had no problems with those, so I give it a tie there. What's more grippy? They're both grippy. So, not really slipping out or anything. So there's that. Moving on to the cushion. Zoom X versus React. And this is basically as thick as you're going to get. I don't see like, which one is thicker. Ooh, that React is a lot thicker. Especially, throughout the entire foot.
It's
like,
crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. So, I wonder if it's because it kind of comes up on the side. No, it really doesn't come up on the side as much.
Yeah, you sit right up on top of that pretty much.
So what is softer? The Zoom X is softer. There's a good amount more compression, and it just feels softer, you know? Especially like throughout the entire shoe, the forefoot, the heel to toe transition is really, really nice, but they're both really good in heel to toe transition. They both have that little like pointy thing.
Yeah.
It protrudes out in both of the shoes like this.
Yeah.
So that helps with heel to toe transition. But the React still has a good amount of compression. It's still really, really thick, and also it's really soft, just not as soft as Zoom X. What's bouncier though? I mean, there is a little bit more like you know, bounce in the React. You know, the Zoom X is more like compression, soft, and like kind of like it comes back obviously, but definitely not as fast as the React. So personally for me, I like the React better. It feels, especially in the Vapor Street, I like that little bounce. It has a good amount of compression, but just not as much as the Zoom X. And in this setup, yeah, I would prefer the Zoom X. They're both really high off the ground, and if you don't like to have a good amount of compression in your shoes, I guess, if you're just walking around, I would probably stay away from both of the shoes, but I would prefer the Vapor Street. But if you want like a super soft, absolutely no bounce, or like minimal bounce, then I would go with the Pegasus Turbo. Moving on to the materials, also are very, very different. So the Vapor Street is a super duper thin, very minimal.
Crazy thin.
Yeah, very, very thin upper, and it's Flyknit, very airy, and
it almost like seems like it has some like TPU coating in it, or like some strands.
Yeah, it definitely looks like it does.
Which is nice for durability.
Exactly, and I love how you can stretch. It's a one booty upper, but in the where the tongue is supposed to be, in the middle section of the material, it basically stretches, and it stretches over your foot. I really love how that feels. The fly mesh doesn't stretch really at all. It has a tongue. The tongue is pretty, it's plush. It has a little bit of a, like I would say, foam in it, so it makes it,
a little cushion.
Yeah, a little cushion in the tongue, which feels nice. But I would rather have that stretchy material on my foot, which is definitely subjective. But I like the Flyknit just a little bit better. But the fly mesh is still like super thin, very soft, conforms to your foot, and they're both supportive. So but I would lean toward the Flyknit.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on to the fit, they're both nice. I like to have a super tight fit, so I just go down half a size for all my running shoes. But I feel like the Zoom Pegasus, I should have just gone true to size. It runs like pretty damn tight, so it was a little too tight for me. But other than that, width wise, they're both pretty narrow.
You went true to size in these or down?
I went down half a size for that, And width wise, they're both narrow, so watch out if you're a wide footer. But for me, they're both really great fits, but I would lean toward the Vapor Street because of that knit. It stretches on my foot, makes it fit a little bit better.
Also, the one booty upper is kind of a difference too. You might have a little bit more options as far as widening the shoe in the Pegasus.
Yes.
Just because of the lacing system and it not being a one booty upper.
Or if you're narrower too.
Yeah.
As well. So there's that. Weight.
Ooh.
Yes. We already did this. I think the Vapor Street is 7.16 for the Pegasus Turbo and 6.38.
This is like the GOAT as far as weight, I think.
Yeah, it's like 0.8 ounces, almost a full ounce lighter. And what feels lighter? I would definitely say the Vapor Street, especially because of how minimal the shoe feels. There's really no like cushion or anything. There's a little bit of foam here in the ankle area and in the tongue, but there's really none of that in the Vapor Street. Really trying to save weight. So.
And they put little Achilles pillows in here.
Yeah,
that's
did.
Nice.
Yeah. So what feels lighter on foot? Vapor Street just by a little bit, but the cushion definitely makes it a little bit less responsive for both of the shoes. But anyways, not complaining. It's a casual review. So moving on to ventilation. What's more ventilated? I would say they're around the same.
Mm-hmm.
They're both very airy. You can feel the wind, so definitely not a winter shoe. But it's summer right now, and they're both amazing. I love wearing both of them. So durability wise, I don't know, man.
It's tricky. They both don't feel like tanks for sure.
Hell no.
They're both slightly delicate.
I would say the React is a little bit more durable. Like as in like it feels like it'll last a little bit longer than Zoom X. The Zoom X kind of reminds me of the Lunarlon, especially than the Zoom Fly. But it feels a little bit more durable than that. So I maybe lean toward the Vapor Street just by a little bit. Aesthetics, I'll go with Pegasus Turbo.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I don't really like how the Vapor Streets look.
I feel like some people really like this look.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a big fan.
Yeah, not a huge fan. I still like how they look, but I just wear it because it's just so comfortable.
I mean, it's a dope colorway though.
Alright, so wrapping things up, they are the same exact price. What's more comfortable? What would I recommend? I mean, dude, they're both insanely comfortable. The difference is, of course, the Flyknit. If you like the Flyknit, then go with the Flyknit upper. Lean toward that a little bit. Because I like the fly mesh, but I like the stretch in that. Also the cushion. If you want a cushion that compresses a lot and that's super soft, I would lean toward this shoe. But if you want more of it still compresses a lot, but if you want more of like a bouncier cushion, I would say go with the Vapor Streets. And I like more of a bouncier cushion. So I like the Flyknit, so I would recommend the Vapor Streets just by a little bit, but these are still like hella comfortable. But if you want the ultimate comfort, I would say go with the Vapor Streets. I still say this is one of the most comfortable shoes out that you can get. I don't know if it's still available on Nike.com or wherever, but we'll try to leave a link in the description box for either of the shoes if you guys want to cop. But that's a versus video. Hope you helped you guys out, and we'll see you guys next one.
Later.
Peace.